Hey guys, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead APV expert plumber, coming to you live. Now, we're trying something a little bit different today. And yes, Sean Strong, we are talking plumbing. As you can see, or if you can't tell, I'm from home today. Here in Dallas, we got about 4 to 8 inches of snow, depending on where you're at. Want to say it has been crazy, but I want to say hello to Editor Grayson is in the house. Great to see you here. Sean Strong just finished a backflow test. So we go live every Monday at 3 o'clock. We talk about getting into the trades. People that are in the trades and want to get better. People that are in the trades and want to open their own plumbing company or any residential trade company. And service company owners that want to grow their brand, their business by using social media. So if everybody will real quick, just give me a shout out in here, say hello, let me know where you're at and what you do. Are you in the trades? Are you a plumber? What do you do? What is it you like to do? And man, what part of the world are you located in? And the reason I ask that is, Ben Keeve, I like that. Your lives are the light of my day. Fantastic. Number one, can everybody hear me okay? If I sound good, please put a note in there that says sounds great. The reason being, like I said, we're trying something new today. I've got a different microphone here at the house, and hopefully everything sounds okay. I have opportunity here, and that's what we switched over. If you can't tell, we're using for StreamYard. And I think it's neat because I see comments here from Facebook. I see comments here on YouTube. So I think that is fantastic. And the neat thing about it, well, and there's some really cool things about it, some things I got to learn, but there are all kinds of cool things that we can do. So I'm going to be playing around with it a little bit while we do it. But as you see, I've got a couple of different things up here. And, you know, to be honest, here's what's neat about this. And this is why I want to go back into the comments. Commercial service plumber in Los Angeles, Ontario, DIY. Editor Grayson, thank you so much. I'm glad. Not a plumber, still in high school, but I'm located in Austin, Texas. My power is out. I'll tell you what, Temptation Drumming, I hate to hear that. Julia and I were actually tomorrow supposed to leave, go to Austin tomorrow night, spend a day or two in Austin, spend a day or two in Houston, then make it back up. But due to the weather, we can't. Tell me this, Temptation Drumming, did you get snow down there? Did y'all get ice and snow, or what did y'all get? Sean, I'm kind of like you. I love seeing the comments that people wanting to get into the trades. I think that is so cool. Sari, thank you. Man, look, we love what we're doing. We're having fun. It's pretty cool. Sean, you're right. It's even better that they want to do plumbing. So you know, here's what's cool is, number one, if y'all don't know Sean Strong, you need to jump over on Instagram, follow Boom the Plumber, and check him out because he is really doing some cool things. Got some different things that we're doing. So, man, I'm just having fun playing with the toys that Grayson gave me today. We've been wanting to use StreamYard and kind of just got in here and started really messing around with it the other day. And now we're having fun. Outdoor plumbing technician, only did pipelining and jetting for my company. Gee, that's great because we are literally trying to talk to New Flow about the pipelining system. Just kind of curious as to what you think about it. Finley Baker says, hey, Roger from New Jersey, just starting to look into plumbing as a career choice for myself. Been an office job the past 3 years, interested in becoming a residential plumber. Sean, what do you think about being a residential plumber? Me personally, I love it. I think it's fantastic. And of course, my wife thinks the world of Sean too. Look, I love the fact that I am a residential plumber. I get to deal with customers, help them take care of problems. I think it's a great thing. Where did this go? Here we go. Watching from Series Greece. Man, great to have people from around the world in here. I think this is fantastic. There we go. Not a plumber either. Just graduated high school early within a couple of months ago. Really have no idea how to get into becoming a plumber. Live in Tennessee. I'll tell you what, Pancord, what I'll tell you is We have literally got a ton of videos telling people how to get into the trades. Not just plumbing, really any trades. I mean, I talk about plumbing, but people can get into plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, all kinds of things. And there's so many things that we do that tell people how to get into it. And watch that. You probably want to go check out the free mini course first and see, you know, what kind of plumber do you want to be? Because most plumbers I talk to really don't know or did not know in the very beginning what kind of plumber they wanted to be. So this really is a big deal. Ben Cleve says it's 10 below. I think wind chill factor here in Dallas. Now, remember, I'm in North Texas. Wind chill factor here this morning was below 0 or in the single digits, but they're talking about it being below 0 here in the next few days. Sean Strong says residential is where the heroes work. Amen, brother. Joseph Lalibert is in the house, and of course he is a member. Official Will Turner woke up to negative 21. Got scared by the baby turtle, boy. And yeah, that baby turtle scares the heck out of me. Dalton says, Roger, you helped me clean out my bathroom sink and shower drain. Thanks a million. Man, no, thank you for watching the videos. You know, and here's the deal, guys. If you watch these videos, you know, are you subscribed to the channel? Do you like them? Do you comment on them? Do you do things like that? And I'm just curious because literally, I have no idea. I'll tell you the thing that I do like about StreamYard, though. I can look up here and see how long I've been going live. I can see how many people are in here. And the bad thing is it looks like I've only got 1 thumb up on this whole thing. Man, that's tough. Y'all are a tough crowd. Andrew Lunas says, just want to give a shout out to you and your small company to another. Keep up the trade. Absolutely. And we're really a very small company. We just do about $1 million, $1.2 million. We're probably on pace for $1.2 million to $1.4 million this year. A very small company, but man, we love what we do. I see we have Minecraft Puckward in here. Good to see you. Sean Strong, yes, sir. Residential is where the real heroes work. You know, Steve, I got to agree with you. I love the fact that we get to do what we get to do. I think it's fantastic. Logan Wilbert says, yeah, quick question. What would your advice be for a plumber to make sure his or her vehicle doesn't get stuck in the snow? If you reply to this, thank you. Well, I'm going to reply. I got to tell you what, we told our plumbers to stay home today. We've got about a ½ an inch of ice and then about 4 to 6 inches of snow on top of it. So we really didn't want to get our plumbers out on it. The problem is it's probably not going to thaw out until Friday. So I just literally wanted to, man, kind of make sure that we were safe, we were well, we were doing good. So I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but I wanted to make sure that we're definitely being careful and doing what we try to do. Yeah. The heat, man, start watching these videos. If you'll go up, number one, I don't know what kind of plumber you are, but if you'll go up to the top right corner, and I've got a link to it, or it talks about it right there on the bottom. I've got a free mini course to help people figure out what kind of plumber they want to be. And I ask this because whenever I got into being a plumber, I didn't know. Yeah, you can go into the description. If y'all are on Facebook, you might want to jump over onto YouTube. You can see the descriptions and stuff like that. Larry Everett, how are you doing in here? In the maintenance and plumbing. I love that. But the heat, what you may want to do is you may want to jump over to the YouTube channel after this live and go down in the description on this video. There's a link to my free mini course. It'll ask you what kind of plumber you want to be. And man, I'm telling you, it really does. It helps a lot. I know. Pain cord, I have no idea. I always get thumbs down. A lot of people don't like me. I can't figure it out because I really try to do cool things. Liz says StreamYard's looking good. I love that. Liz Grayson really worked on getting assets in there for me. He's been busy. He's been busy today, considering he had the day off. Pretty cool. And I like the way everything just kind of changes. If y'all have not checked out my subreddit, man, check it out. Copy it right there. Go over and join. Here's the neat thing about it. what we're doing on social media, and this is why I do what I do. And I want y'all to think about this. Number one, those of y'all that want to get into the trades, how would it make you feel to know that you had a job and you knew that your bills were going to be paid? You knew that you're going to be able to take care of Christmas when it comes around. You knew, or you know, that you're going to be able to plan a vacation. That is what a career in the trade will get you. It will literally get you, and it gets you financial freedom. And I mean, think about it, to know that you go on vacation, you book that vacation, you go on vacation, you're sitting on the beach, and literally, you know, you don't have to worry about it. You paid cash for your vacation. You've got money to spend while you're there. You're not going to come back home and struggle for a week or two or whatever, trying to catch it back up. You're not going to put everything on credit cards. You're literally going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have fun. How does that make you feel to know that you don't have to worry about things when you come home? So, got to tell you, I think it's really, really cool. I hope that if you are in here and you're thinking about getting in the trades, I hope that it's something that you think about. Yeah, ice is no joke. I love this. Larry Everett says, a lot of your advice helped me pass and get my license. Man, congratulations to you. Larry, where are you located at? Yeah, I mean, I hope everybody's staying warm. How many of y'all are snowed in at home right now? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, Sean, I'll tell you what, I know that they laugh because, and I thought about it this morning because the governor got, emergency funding because he declared Texas under a state of emergency because of ice and snow, but we never deal with that here. So it really is a big deal down here. Yeah, Editor Grayson has done great. Luke says, hey, Roger, I'm 25 years old, fourth generation plumber from Florida. Currently work for your dad and uncle, specialize in residential remodels and new construction. Love what I do. Luke, I got to tell you, people ask me all the time, if you weren't a plumber, what would you be? And I have no idea because I love plumbing. And man, I'm one of those unique people. I love commercial and residential. I love service and new construction. I have done it all. So it really helps a lot. And the cool thing about it is that's why it's easy for me to recruit people into it and tell people about it, because I seriously love what I do. Sean says, that aggression, we need to put together an FAQ to put on the Reddit. Absolutely. Yeah. How do you get started? Boy, isn't that the truth? Sean, you're all over it, brother. I'm going to try and do something we have not done before. And I don't know, I know y'all can't see me or see what I'm doing, but I'm going to try something here. And of course, Facebook is going really slow for me right now. And it may not let me do it anyway. If I do this, do that, then jump over here. Sorry, guy. I know y'all are thinking that the wheels fell off, but Sean, are you and I not connected on Facebook? I don't think that we are, because I am trying to log in. I can't find you in here. I was going to send you a link just to see if I could bring you in and try it and see how it works. Not having much luck there. Juliet Jones, and I love this. How likely are PEX pipes to burst? Now, this is really good because, PEX has expansion and contraction capabilities like copper doesn't. And this is the whole purpose for people putting it in And I got to tell you, I think that you've got a better chance than most of it not bursting. I think that it may swell, it may expand, but hopefully it does not bust on you. So all I can say is, man, I hope that it works good. Sean Strong, if you're, I don't know why. I'm trying to do something different here, guys. So give me just 1 second. Yeah, that's not going to help either. Oh, well. Sean, brother, I was trying to find a way to go in there. And I'm going to close that one too. So I should be good here. All right. We've got dial tone in. It says, I am in Switzerland. It's pretty different than the United States. Half American, half Swiss. General construction in Switzerland is different than in the States. You know what's neat? We just did a video about, we've done a few here lately. We've done plumbing in the United States versus plumbing in India. We did one in versus Russia. And I've got to tell you, there's a lot of differences there. Switzerland's one I hadn't been asked to do yet. So that one's maybe kind of different. Teddy O's is going to be a plumber going to the plumbing school. Teddy, what school are you going to? Just out of curiosity. And Steve Harlowa, 16 years old, dropped out of high school, needed a job, started cutting up boxes, cleaning the warehouse. 26 years later, you own your own company and live in Oahu. That's great. I'm in business with a guy who's over in Kona, and he keeps saying, Roger, you really need to come over here. Architectural sheet metal is in the house. Great seeing you in here. All right. Sean had to go run a job. Day off is hilarious. Phones are blowing up. Boy, isn't this the truth? What, man? I got to tell you, guys, let's talk about the ice. Number one, who all is having ice and snow and colder temperatures than you've ever had before? If you are, please leave me a note in there. Put something in here and let me know, just out of curiosity. And I see it up here, Jake. I got a super, there we go. Looky there, and I can do that from here. Jake P says, currently I'm 19. You've helped me out a ton with my plumbing career, learning a lot with my dad every day and couldn't be more thankful. Truly respect you, Roger. The industry needs more folks like you. I got to tell you, number one, I love what I do. I think that the opportunities that I have are phenomenal. And it's really cool because, there we go. It is really cool because I feel like I do get to help other people. I feel like I've got an opportunity to do some wonderful things. So I love the fact that, Jake, I get to do, sorry, I'm going to put that back up there. I love the fact that I get to help other people the way I am. And whether it's helping them get into the trades, whether it is helping them get better at the trades, whether it's helping them start their own trades company, or whether it's helping them if they already have started one, but now they want to learn to use social media to grow it. And I've got a lot of different people that I'm helping. So to me, it's pretty neat, the opportunity that I'm given. And Jake, I got to tell you, I love it. Al says, is plumbing a good self-employment career? Should I learn HVAC and electricity along with it as well? And Al, this is great. Number one, if you have the opportunity and you're young enough that you have the time to learn all three, get your apprenticeship, get your license, do all that, I think that's phenomenal. Man, I wish that I would have done that a long time ago. I started learning HVAC about 10 years ago, but I've been plumbing so long now, it's really hard for me to quit plumbing and jump in HVAC full time and really get deep into it and learn it. So I've just kind of let that fall by the wayside. But man, I love what I do. Deontay Richardson says, hey, Roger, hope you and your family are well. Still waiting till they start a new apprenticeship class in Ohio, ranked number 4, and hope to stay in that range so you can get in. Until then, learn. Brother, number one, Deontay, you're in a great spot. You keep watching these videos. And look, I talk about the union. I talk about open shop. I talk about PHCC. I talk about residential and commercial, service and new construction. I talk about all of it. You can learn a lot. Punished Ostrich. Now that is a good name. Nice channel you got there, Roger. I'm not a plumber, but I work with road work in Sweden. Keep the stuff coming. Look, we love what we do, so we do. We plan on keep doing it, and man, we thoroughly enjoy it. Bob Lofton says, "What's the answer about Jacob's hot water?" Man, I must have missed that one. Jacobs, if you will put a question in again, I don't guess I saw it. And it won't let me search. Yeah, it won't let me search. So if you will, man. Aiden Martinez, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. You and Jake both, very nice of y'all. Jacobs, like I said, if you've got a question about hot water, put it back in there. I did not see it, and I don't want to skip over it. And now I'm trying to get back down to the bottom. Swiss Vapor. Roger, it's easy and quick in the States, low prices. Here it's so expensive. The quality is almost like in Germany and Australia. Geberit is the leading brand here. Cool deal. You know, the neat thing is, and I reached out through LinkedIn to New Flow, got a connection there now, so we're talking. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Aiden Martinez says, "Good afternoon, Roger. I know I want to do residential service work. The union sounds better for training. Should I get out of the union after I learn and try to get a job in residential?" Aiden, I would say yes, depending on where you're at. Now, here in Dallas, our union does not teach residential. They've been promising me for 5 years they were going to. They still hadn't done it. They hadn't built the school. They hadn't done the training. They're not doing anything for it. So it does make it hard on people like me that are residential service companies. I really wish that I could get them to focus on residential and service. I think it'd help our union grow, but they just don't want to. If someone paid your ticket to a plane to the Czech Republic, would you try a visit? Absolutely. I tell you what, I would love to come to the Czech Republic to check it out, to hang out with some plumbers, check it out and see what they do, compare it to what we do here in Texas or the United States. My plan is to eventually, Black Ghost Schwarzgeister and brother, it's good to see you in here. My plan is to eventually get out and get around the world and see, you know, what plumbing is like everywhere else. I think it'd be a great thing to do. Oh, where did that go? Roger, I want to do what you do with my channel. I was told in the comments of one of my videos that I'm filling a trade void on YouTube. Absolutely. You know, anybody in the trades, don't know if y'all saw my Longhorn Yeti or not. Pretty cool. Anybody in the trades that is making videos right now and telling people about the trades is doing a big service, because I think that a lot of kids are being forced into college. And I say kids, I don't mean age by that. I don't mean youth by that. I mean anybody between the ages of 18 to 30 are being forced into college because either their parents think that's the best thing or they think that's the only way they're going to make good money. And, you know, go back to what I talked about earlier. How would you feel if you had a job that literally you didn't have to worry about money? You got up in the mornings, you paid your bills. Now, don't get me wrong, you may have to learn how to spend money wiser, but I think it's something we should all learn anyway. Love the content, brother. Keep it up. Trivjavi, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Please answer this. I'm 15, want to be a plumber. Is it hard? No. If you'll go into our YouTube channel, watch the videos, how to become a plumber, it's not hard. You don't have to be the smartest kid in your class. It's not super hard work, but you know what? It's things that you get in, you do every day, you learn it and you grow and you do better. It's fantastic. You know, Al, again, man, I think if you're young enough that you have time to become all three of them, I wish that I was a master plumber, electrician, and HVAC tech. I think it would help me out a lot. And we'll just kind of see how it works. Let me try to do something here. Okay, so now let me try this. And we're just trying something new tonight, guys. So if it's something you don't like, I am sorry. But I've got new toys here that I'm playing with. So this kind of lets me do things in a way that I want to do it and get to play with stuff and see how things work out. Not sure that it'll work out great or anything like that, but hopefully it will. Make sure that is turned on. And I'm going to play with some Grayson stuff right here. Check this out. Let's see how you like that. Boom. And boom. Grayson, you have done good today, brother. All right. Samuel says, Roger Wakefield, can you give me some tips on how to get good leverage when using two tools at once? Using 2 wrenches when tightening a PRV. I find I struggle with this a bit. You know, anytime that I can get one locked against the ground, locked against something else, I always try to do that. Samuel, that helps me a lot. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't always work. If I get in a position where I'm trying to do 2 things at once or use 2 tools like that, I may literally put it up against my chest, like if I'm pulling to tighten. I want to try to always create something there that I can get some kind of leverage against, because to get it tight enough, you know you need to. Nolan says probably new construction is better. You know, man, I love doing residential service. And, you know, the good thing about it is I love it because I get to meet the customers one-on-one. I get to meet customers that have had another service company lie to them, cheat them, steal from them, or something like that. So I think it's great for me. And no one, to be honest, we don't have to deal with crap that often. Matt McDonough, what's up, Mr. Miyagi of plumbing? I like that. Oh, it jumped on me. Man, we got a lot of people in here today. I like that. How's everybody doing? Calloused Hands crew, you got to love it. Not a new plumber. There you go. Oh, man. Okay, so I will put stuff like this up all the time. Definitely a Longhorn fan. I guess you got that from my post Rapunzel or from my Yeti. Yeah, plumbing is not always easy. You're right. And guys, getting in there and watching my videos is going to be a smart thing for any of you. If you want to grow and you want to get better in the trades, watch what I do and watch how I do it. And I don't mean that to think that I'm better than anybody else, but I know at least I slow down and I do things right. And I think that that'll help a lot of y'all out. I think a lot of young apprentices try to build up that speed first. They try to get really, really fast at it first, and it doesn't work very well. I want to say hello to Miss Amber Mendoza, Director of First Impressions. Finally got it. Power's been out forever, and our phones have been blowing up. The weather is causing so many heartbreaking stories about the leaks. Guys, I got to tell you, and I think I asked everybody earlier, how's the weather where you're at? Do me a favor and put a comment in there. Where do you live and what is the temperature? Because it has been crazy here today. Amber, thank you so much for jumping in here. And we have Neil, the Urban Explorer, in the house. Neil, don't know if you can tell, we are using StreamYard today. Actually kind of digging this. This is actually pretty cool. I'm at the house and I thought, man, this is a great time to get in here and play with it. And we are having fun. And Neil says it's been negative 23 degrees in the UK. Brother, that is just way too cold. And then ask Steve Harloa, Steve, what's the temperature where you're at, brother? Because you probably got it nicer than anybody here. Cavill Productions, I've got a couple of different cameras that I use right now. Nobody's really sponsoring me, so then they're nothing special. It's just there's a couple of different channels or cameras out there. We're trying to get in touch with Rigid about using some of theirs. We really like the things that they're doing. And man, to be honest, I think that's probably the way that we're going to go. I like a lot of the new things that they've got, new accessories with their cameras and new things that their cameras can do. So we're always trying to find something to do even better. All right. I'm just playing with my toys, guys. Sorry, but I'm having fun right now. Grayson really did a good job. I sent a link over to Sean. So if he gets in, that's great. If not, man, I can keep on playing. So my whole thought process is here, and let's talk about this because this is why I started doing what I did. In the beginning, I started making videos to help customers learn about Texas Green Plumbing by becoming the person that they saw live every day, that they could talk to, that they could ask plumbing questions about. Then I started realizing our biggest audience is people that want to get into the trades, people that are in the trades that want to get better, tradespeople that want to open their own company, and residential service providers, the company owners that actually want to grow using social media. So tell me this. What do y'all think? What do I do? What is it that I could do? What video could I make that would bring good value to you? Because if there's something I'm not doing, just want to check. All right, so here we go. Jacksonville, Florida, 74 degrees outside. Florida's 88. Man, yeah, get out of here. Currently 14 degrees in Fate, Texas. Juliet, I'm not far from you. I'm in Saxe, right down the road. And it's about the same temperature here. Illinois, 4 degrees. I was watching one of the weather people this morning. They were up in Chicago and said the wind chill was supposed to be like negative 30, if I'm not mistaken. Ms. Ben Ghost, if you know about that, let me know what the wind chill is. When in doubt, more Rector seal. That, sometimes that works. Try the rod, no success, must be deeper. I'm not sure there. Crappy weather here in Fayetteville. Man, I tell you what, we got crappy weather all across the United States right now. Kentucky, 27 degrees and ice storms. Man. Don Grant, question from my clean out today when water toilet paper started pouring out of it in my shop. Clean out need to be covered. Here's what I tell you. Number one, you're good because you're in South Florida. It doesn't mean the clean out needs to be covered. What it means is you're stopped up from the city or from your clean out to the main. You need to get someone out there to clean out that drain or go rent a sewer machine and run it yourself. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Hawaii, people. 79 degrees. I love it. And Amber, yes, we are thawing out. Great temperatures out there. Like Go Schwarzgeister says, so you use PVC on waste pipes. In the Czech, they use HT system. Can you look it up? It's like Legos made from polypropylene, very easy to work with, and it replaces PVC. I will check that out. Actually, I'm going to open another tab here. All right, I will check that out. I've got it pulled up in a tab, so I will check that out later. And Amber says Liz is on it. Not sure what she did, but I'm glad she's on it. Al, number one, what part of the country are you in so I know where you applied? It may help me give you advice there some way, one way or the other. Ooh, that looked cold. Ontario, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's warmer there than it is here right now. That's crazy. We were about 27, 18 to 20 earlier. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Right now where I'm at, 14 degrees. That is too cold. Let me see here. Okay, Jonathan says he sent his question. Jonathan, I don't know that we have a link set up for Google Documents today. So tell me where you sent the link to. Remember to drink water. Amen. I know. Rojogan. Cold here at 11. Florida's in the 80s. Man, I love you guys. Somebody's cuddling up with their cats. Yeah. Call the city or county. Sounds like a break at the tap. Yeah. And, you know, that's the deal. When you got water coming out of your two-way cleanouts, you've got a stoppage in there somewhere. Okay. So, yeah, Al, if you're in Chicago, and look, the good thing is I think that the Chicago Union does train residential service too. Amber, I'm like you. I'm ready for summer. If you really locate to a different state and are a plumber and a union apprentice, can you transfer? Yes, you can. Now, I want to explain this so you understand it. I can transfer my book, is what they call it, meaning when I'm a residential service plumber, I can transfer my book to Chicago, but my plumbing license doesn't transfer. So the union recognizes me as a plumber, but the city of Chicago may not. So there may be a problem there. I want to say hello to Big John and Sherry. Miss Sherry Lynn. Big John, how you doing, brother? What's your opinion on PHCC? And if you know anybody that's done the program, how good and knowledgeable are they? One, I got to tell you, I know of a guy, and actually I tried to hire him. He had his own company. He ended up going to work for somebody else, but he joined PHCC when he had his own company and actually signed up with PHCC to learn the apprenticeship training program going through it. He loved it. I am actually supposed to meet with PHCC this week. Look, I think PHCC is a phenomenal organization. I wish more people knew about them and what they did. So the things that I'm looking at are trying to figure out how I can help promote them. I think that they've got a good program. I think they've got great training. I just think more people need to learn about them and what they do. And I really think it'll help them out. Ooh, Neil says it's been between -5 and -23 since December. Man, I feel sorry for y'all out there. Yeah. Minus 14.8 Celsius in Switzerland. Man, y'all are. Hey, everybody thinking about moving to Texas right now, remember it snows here, it's cold here, but the other thing is Oklahoma's cheaper. Oh, that was kind of funny. Do I have videos on running gas lines? I actually do have some. Mainly it's gas line repairs. That's something we need to do more of. All right, so I'm gonna jump out of the comments for just a minute and play around a little bit more. Let me jump back in there for 1 second. Make that go away. Oops, that's where I'm trying to go right there. So I make videos really for 4 different people, and I want y'all to think about this, because if you know anybody that this would help, I want you to think about sharing this out. The reason is I make videos for people that want to get into the trades. So you think about it. If you've got, or somebody that, maybe could have gone to college, maybe they're a good team player, that they played sports, they were in 4-H club, they were in FFA, they were in something like that. And, that they're a good person. And I don't mean male, female, anything like that, but they're a good person. And they could possibly make a good living at plumbing or any of the trades. Share this live out to them. And just go down in the bottom in the comments, hit share it out, and maybe just share it to your group and say, look, if you know anybody interested in getting into the trades, I have had so many people reach out to me in the last year saying, look, your channel helped me get into the trades, get better at the trades, and make a good living. So the first group of people that we make videos for are tradespeople, people that want to get in the trades. But then it's people that want to get better at the trades, people that are already in it. Maybe they're an electrician and they're just like, man, look, I'm going through the apprentice training program, or hey, I'm working with an electrician. He teaches me everything he knows. People like that need to learn something. And there's information out there that can really help them. And that's the kind of videos that we make. We try to teach them how to get better. The other people are the one that have been in the trades for a while. Maybe they're a really good tradesperson, but they're stuck. They're working with somebody else. They can't get out from under them. They don't know what to do. And they don't know how to grow. They don't know how to start their own company. And we're teaching people how to do stuff like that. And then the last one is trades company owners. How many good company owners do you know out there? They're busy doing stuff all the time, but they're out in the field working their tail off and they can't figure out how to make the phones ring. So those are the kind of things that we're literally looking at and making videos and stuff like that for, to try to help people. There you go. Subreddit, you gotta love it. Yeah, boy, Amber, isn't that the truth? And like people that say they can't do math, man, that's not a reason not to get in the trades. The little bit of math that plumbers have to do can be taught. It's a good lesson. It can be learned. And it really, look, if I can learn it, anybody can. The neat thing about it is you get in here and do everything you can. It's just like tying your shoes. In the beginning, you couldn't do it, but you did it over and over and over again. Now you do it without thinking about it. Plumbing is the same way. You get to where you do it so many times over and over again, you just know what to do. That's really what it's all about. Jonathan Bencomo says, my mobile home is currently without water. What can I do to get the water running? Man, first of all, you've got to figure out where the frozen pipe is and what can you do to get down there and thaw it out. Problem is, if it's copper or something, when it thaws out, it may burst. And if it does, you're going to have to shut the water off and make that repair. Yeah. Wisconsin, negative 35 degrees. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Same for you. Earl Quain, got to figure out how to thaw these pipes out, y'all. First of all, you got to see if you can get down there and figure out where the freeze is, where the break is, and what you can do. Now, I don't know what this is going to sound like, but we are going to try to look here, bring Sean Strong in. Sean, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. What is going on?
You know what? How's the weather in Nebraska?
Can you see that?
Yeah, it looks about like it does in Dallas, Texas.
And it shouldn't look like that in Dallas, Texas. But up here in Nebraska, this is usual. This is regular.
Yeah, and see, it's never like that here.
No.
The cool thing is we got ice about over the weekend, and then starting yesterday we got about 4 to 8 inches depending on where at in the Metroplex. So we've got a nice coat of snow on top of the ice.
There's something to be said for that. That ice is no joke. Like I said, I'd tease you guys about the snow and not knowing what to do with it. But that ice is scary. You got to be careful.
It's very scary. And the bad thing is, like, I've got 2 big jacked up 4-wheel drive vehicles. It doesn't matter what you've got. Once you're out on ice, you're on ice, just like everybody else.
Yep.
So
there's some resistance with snow and mud, but ice doesn't care.
What kind of call are you on today? What are you headed out to do?
Well, I was about to change this water heater, right? And I go downstairs and I look at it with the guy. It's a 13-year-old water heater, but it looks really good. It's in good condition. I asked him, why are we changing it? He said, well, it's popping and cracking a lot. It probably just needs flushed out, I told him. But I told him the average water heater lasts 10 years, and if he wants to change it, we'll change it. He says, let's go ahead and change it. Okay. So I call up the supply house because they'll deliver one to me. Thank God, because I'm not getting a water heater in the back of this thing right now. It's a mess. I wouldn't dare show you. But
I don't blame you.
The supply house is out of 50-gallon water heaters. Thanks, COVID. So they said they'd have some more Thursday. So I go back in and tell the guy, there's nothing wrong with your current water heater. This isn't an emergency situation. The supply house where I would like to get one, instead of going to Home Depot or another store, they'll have some Thursday. Let's just schedule you again for Thursday or Friday. So I'm going to come back Friday and change his water heater then.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, and that's a good way to do it.
Well, fortunately, he wasn't in an emergency situation. We can do that.
Yeah, that's nice. So Julie's got a comment here. It says, there's Amber saying, yeah, we need to go to Playa del Carmen. Julie wants to know when you're moving to Dallas.
When I can afford that $2 million house with a basement.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I'm still holding my breath too.
Well, if we join forces, maybe you can buy the house and I'll just live in the basement.
Yeah, we'd have to do something like that for sure. Absolutely. So when are you supposed to warm up there, Sean?
Usually it doesn't start to get warmer here until about May, but we've a couple of times in the last few years I've seen snow in May. So usually May, but by June we're usually pretty warm. The thing that I don't like about Nebraska as opposed to Oklahoma, because the wind blows in either place, and I was used to snow and ice and cold in Oklahoma because I was at the north end. But it stays cold here a lot longer, and I hate it. I don't like to be cold.
Yeah. Completely agree with you. I
imagine.
don't like
do you own a winter coat?
Yeah, I've got them. The bad thing is that they're stored away in mothballs. I never pull them out. Okay, so y'all are under freezing right now. When will the temperature go above 32?
Let's see. We're beginning of February now. Probably.
It literally stays under freezing for days and weeks at a time.
Yeah. It's been under freezing for the last few days. It was really nice a couple of weeks ago. I actually had the air conditioner on, and then on a Friday or a Thursday, the wind picked up and it was hellish. And I said, it's going to bring winter with it. And here it is. But it's going to stay cold. And it's going to be freezing for a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't like it.
Fun.
Thing is, we didn't have any of this at Christmas. It was, you could go outside in a long sleeve shirt at Christmas. So why couldn't we have any of this then?
Steve Harloa says, good to put a face to the name. Thumbs up, brother. Stay safe and stay warm. Talking about you.
Thank you, Steve. I'm trying to stay warm.
And Joseph says, how long have you been a plumber?
I have been plumbing for almost 10 years. I grew up in Oklahoma, living on the farm, and I remember one time riding around in the truck hauling hay with Dad. He turned to me and said, Sean, when do you want to take this over? Or something to that effect. I said, Dad, I don't want to. I don't want this. I don't like farming. I don't like ranching. It is not for me. That is the absolute hardest work on the planet as far as I'm concerned, and I don't like it. I wanted to do stuff with computers and keep my soft hands.
You bet.
So I was working at Walmart at one point doing sales. And about that time I got married, and then I got a grown-up job working at the hospital. I was doing patient access, and that meant that I was calling people all day, every day, pre-registering them, asking the same questions over and over and over. And when I got through my list of people, I printed more, and I called more and asked more of the same questions over and over. Eventually, they gave me the opportunity to seek employment elsewhere, and I was desperate. I needed something. And whoop, talk about that ice.
Yeah, be careful.
So I was desperate for a job. And I remembered when I was probably about 12 or so, the local video store had closed and the plumber had moved into it. And I remember driving down the road and my mom pointed at it and said, oh, the plumber moved into the old video store. You know what, Sean, maybe someday you could be a plumber. They make really good money. I thought about that. And I thought about a month before, we had to call a plumber to come and auger our kitchen drain. And my daughter got down on the floor right by his tarp. And no kidding, I've got a picture. She sat there on her belly on the floor, watching him like this. So I thought of mom saying that. And I thought of how cool my daughter thought plumbing looked when she was 1.5. And I thought, I'll go apply at plumbing places. I applied at about 4 or 5 shops. One of them called me back that day and said, you want to come in for an interview tomorrow? Absolutely, I do. And at the end of the interview, well, during the interview, one of the questions they asked me, this goes to everybody who's asking, what do I need to know to get into plumbing? They asked me, how much experience do you have? I said, I've used a plunger a couple of times. They loved that answer because like you want to hire somebody with minimal experience. That way you can train them the way you want them to be trained, the way that you want them to do plumbing, which in your case would be the best way.
Absolutely.
You want to train them to code and make them the best plumber you possibly can. So they loved that answer. At the end of the interview, they said, you want to start on Monday? Absolutely, I want to start on Monday. And it was kind of just a thing I was thinking, okay, this will be a job until I can move on and do the computer stuff that I want to do. I wanted to kind of get into marketing and graphic design and stuff like that. And after 1 week, I was standing on a big job, kind of just moving back and forth from point A to point B, seeing where I could make myself useful. And I thought, I really like this. I've really enjoyed my week of work. I think I found a career, and I think I'm going to keep doing this. And almost 10 years later, here we are.
You know, Sean, and that's funny because that's what I tell people is plumbing is not just a job. It's not something you're going to get and do for a little while. This is a career. Al's asking a question. It says, what sort of wages are you seeing in the trades? Currently, he makes $85,000 a year as a local truck driver, working 75 hours a week. I feel like I could make more. What kind of wages do plumbers make up in Nebraska?
Well, I've been a journeyman plumber for a few years. I started at $10 an hour, knowing nothing. And when I left my first job, my first company, they moved me up to about 14, but they paid commission, so my hourly rate didn't matter a whole lot.
Right.
When I moved on and went to another company, they started me at 18, and I got my journeyman, and they bumped me up to 20. And then eventually we had some disagreements. I'm on my 4th plumbing shop now, folks.
Right.
The third shop I went to, they bumped me up to 21. And by the time I left there, I was about 22. Now I'm making around 23 and some change an hour. And I'll usually get around 46 or so hours a week. But we in western Nebraska here, you can look on a map and look at Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. This is the only sizable town in this area of the state. So we've got a pretty sizable hospital. And that hospital employs a lot of pretty wealthy doctors who every few years really like to remodel their bathrooms and such. And they keep all us carpenters and plumbers and electricians pretty well employed. So it's I'm not making as much as a lot of people in the rest of the country, but in the area, I get paid pretty well. And the cost of living is not real high.
Well, I'll tell you this, you can come to Dallas and make more. It's going to cost you more to live here, but you will make more, I promise. So Joe Steve wants to know, how long have you been a plumber, Roger? Which I've been plumbing for 40 years. And then Al also asked, at least I think it was Al, it may have been somebody else. How old were you when you started plumbing?
I was about 26 or 27.
And see, I started while I was still in high school.
I wish I would have started in high school. I play a game with myself where, if I woke up in the morning and I was 20 or 18 or whatever, and I had all the knowledge that I've got now, but I'm just in my younger self at a younger time, things would be so different.
Yeah,
I would start plumbing immediately. That's not an exaggeration.
You know, and I'm like you, and it was Joseph that asked, how old were you when you first started plumbing? And, me, I joined the union in 97 after I'd been plumbing for 17 years. So, during my course in the union, I moved up and did different things. But I mean, even in the union, and somebody's putting in here, Reviews Are Us, that up in Toronto, are making $50 an hour doing AutoCAD. And that's a job you can do and take care of your hands and keep them soft and stuff like that. You're on a computer all day. But, me, I was making over $50 an hour in the union, God, 10, 15 years ago. But I was running work. I was running a total station department. I was doing a bunch of different things. So the opportunities out there are phenomenal for anybody that wants to get into it.
Yeah, it's a great field. And like I said, I grew up on the farm and was doing some of that work. It's hard work, but I wanted to keep my hands soft and do the easier stuff. And now my hands are dry and cracked and calloused. My wife, when they first started to get real kind of rough, she said, "Oh, I love it. I love my man's working hands." And I really enjoy working with my hands and putting stuff together and standing back and saying, "I built that and it looks good."
Well,
have I told you my 3 rules, Roger? I've got 3 rules.
Okay, let me hear them.
All right. Rule number 1 is make it work. That means that somebody called you with a problem and it doesn't matter what the obstacles are, you've got to fix it. There's a code, so adhere to the code, but rule number 1 is make it work. Rule number 2 is make it look good, because you need to take pride in your work. Again, adhere to the code, but do your best and make it look as good as possible. So make it work, make it look good. And rule number 3, look good doing it.
There you go. I'll tell you what, and I love that, because when I was the superintendent in union, we were running a big job, or I was running a big job out at the airport, and they had sent a pipe fitter out. So I went out and picked him up in the parking lot. And when I pulled up, he got out of his car and he walked around, he grabbed his tool bag, threw it up on his shoulder and came walking around. And like his jeans were ripped open. He had on a denim shirt, but it was undone. The shirt under it was kind of ripped and torn open and stuff like that. And I just told him, I said, "Hey, do me a favor." I said, "Go ahead and put your tools back in your truck. Come back tomorrow. I want you dressed like you're walking onto a job site." And he said, "Man, I am." He said, "I'm not wearing good jeans out here." I said, "Well, we have a customer and we're going to look good in front of that customer. So if you don't want this job, you don't have to take it. That is up to you. but we do have a dress code and you're going to adhere to it or you won't be back. And it caused problems with the union, but I really didn't care. My thing was, look, we have an image to project, and we want to look professional. We want to look like we know what we're doing. And I do. I love your rules. Do what it takes to get it done. Make it look good and look good doing it. And that is fantastic.
There's a public perception and a stereotype that it's been perpetuated for a very long time, and a lot of people in the trades are trying to get over it and get past it and make people understand that we're not just a bunch of big fat plumbing licensing out the back of our pants.
Yeah, your volume just dropped. Your battery dying on you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. My phone was ringing.
Aha. Fubar says, so y'all snowed out over there, Roger? Absolutely, we are. We got ice on the ground and about 4 to 6 inches of snow on top of it. So it's kind of crazy. And Juan Garcia says, do you prefer service or repair? Service and repair or new construction? All right. Sean's having a little bit of difficulty there. Let's see here. Let's try this here. Sean, are you there? I can see you, but I can't hear you. I think you've got your microphone muted, Sean.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my headset hooked back up.
Aha.
So you don't get any echo.
And Juan Garcia, you're right. The butt crack plumber days are gone.
I hope so.
Well, I have not been in a position where I've shown plumber crack in years. And I think it's smart that plumbers dress, like you said, look good doing your job. What is wrong with that? It brings an extra value to the customer.
Absolutely.
So I guess you're still out working?
Yeah, still, because I think I've got another call scheduled to me now that I'm not doing that water heater. But yeah, I've got a couple other things to do. They're always trying to keep us busy. And that's something that I love about the job is there's always something to do. That's called job security.
Absolutely. And here's a good question. Is 33 years old too old to start plumbing? It's a question for both of you. What do you think about that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, me
either. As long as you're willing to learn, and there's going to be younger guys that are going to be your superiors. So if you can stomach that, then you should be all right.
And it's a good way to put it. Whenever I was teaching in the union, whenever I was an instructor in the union, I had an apprentice in my class that was 55 years old. And you know what? He came in, he did the work, he knew what he was doing. And I tell people all the time, look, age is just a mindset. If you don't think you can do it, you're probably right. But if you think you can do it, yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah. I had a guy who was probably 55 when he started. And unfortunately, the stuff he'd been doing before that, I think he was a butcher for probably 40 years or something. But his body wasn't prepared to go in and do the work that we were doing. But 55 is kind of a ways up there to get started, but 33, absolutely not.
And I kind of agree with you there. 55 can be later on, but depending on what you've been doing, if you take good care of yourself, there's a lot of people that are 55 years old. They're in good shape. They've taken care of themselves. So for them to climb around under houses or down under cabinets or up in attics, it's not going to be that big a deal for them. There's a lot of people, though, that maybe just can't do it because they have had no physical activity in any job they've done. So it can definitely be different.
Yeah, I agree.
So Yosef wants to know, says, thanks. How can I follow this man? Does he have social media? Sean, I'm going to let you get so you can go to work. Tell me this. People that don't know you, where all can they find you and where can they follow you at?
I'm primarily on Instagram, boom_the plumber, runs together. But I try to be really active on Roger Wakefield posts subreddit. Same username. I love answering questions and helping out however I can over there. You can send me a private message on there, share a post with me. You can catch me over on Instagram. Don't bother looking for me on Facebook because to do this, I had to re-download the app and log back in. But yeah, boom_the plumber on Reddit and Instagram. Those are my primaries.
You know, Sean, I appreciate you downloading the app and getting in. It'll only let me send this about 3 different ways. I can either Gmail it to you, email it to you, or messenger it to you. And I know that you're active on social media, so I figured that I could find a way to get it over there to you.
Well,
brother,
I think
I'm really good.
Facebook friends.
Do I now?
I said, now I think we're Facebook friends. So it's official.
We're connected here now. Absolutely. You know, now that we've done this, we can get in here and play with this later. Get it set up where we can bring you and bring crews in. We're going to try to use this on LinkedIn also. So might be able to find a way to bring both of y'all in over there too.
That'll be awesome.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Sean, brother, I appreciate you jumping in today. Man, you're the first person I've had in live on YouTube with me. So, man, welcome to the show. I appreciate it. I know Julie and Amber loved it. And we've got a lot of good comments in here too. So we'll definitely see about doing it again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you bringing me in, and I appreciate all the comments. I hope that people message me. I'd love to connect and help out however I can. So thank you, sir.
All right. Sean, thank you, sir. You have a great evening.
You too. We'll see you in the morning.
Okay. Stay safe.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. So, you know, the cool thing about this is why we went over to StreamYard. We wanted to find an easy way to bring people in. And when I saw Sean jump in, I knew that he'd be up for it. The cool thing about it is, and yes, I remember lead and oakum. It was one of the very first things I did. I've never packed OS and Y valves with it. We've always used nylon or Teflon. So different things, but all kinds of fun stuff. So yes, I know all about that. It was great seeing Sean in here. If y'all have not followed him, jump over onto Instagram, search for Boom the Plumber. He's fantastic, a great guy. And man, I'll tell you what, he's always doing really cool stuff. I love being able to change his stuff up too. Grayson, if you're still in here, man, you did good, brother. Kind of cool. Change that logo out a little bit. Those of y'all that don't know, we have another YouTube channel called The Trade Talks. And that is the logo for it. Jump back over here in the chats. How's everybody doing? Number one, what did y'all think by bringing Sean in? I know he was using his iPhone, so the mic's a little bit different. What do y'all think about that? Did that sound good? Did it look good? Did everything come out okay? Or do I just need to bring people into the studio? Because I've invited Sean in. I've invited Cruz in. Next is Mark Stone. Is it Mark Stone? Man. Mark. Anyway, I got to start inviting other people in. But the cool thing about it is the reason that we want to start doing this now, I'm wanting to invite in people from Rigid, from Milwaukee, from Ferguson, doing some different things, but bring people in. And that way we can QA them and get comments and questions answered that I think would really help more plumbers. James Brown says, sounds good. The more the merrier. Trade Talks. Yosef, absolutely. If, other plumbers and tradesmen worked well. Nice logos. Thank you very much. Cool having him in. I love that. I've never worked on fire hydrants. And I've installed them, but I've never worked on them. But yeah, it's called Trade Talks, guys. And Sean is very knowledgeable. Sounded fine. Phone mics are really good these days, but wasn't that the truth? Good afternoon to you. Do you use BioClean to treat drain and sewer lines, or what other products do you use? We use BioClean. We've used Bio1. There's some products out there that I think work really, really well. Yeah. Seriously looking to hire someone, good workers. Yeah. Steve, he can make that kind of money anywhere, I promise. He really is. He's a good guy. Everybody loves Rigid. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I am teaming up with Rigid to do some things, and I am really excited about it. Great ancient, yeah, gorgeous overalls. Yeah, hey, he's a great guy. We should hook people up on my area in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Can you get guys in your area on? I'll tell you what, and number one, I've got to be very careful about who I invite on. When I invite people on, that they can't be cussing, swearing, anything like that. They can't have any music on in the background. There's a lot of things that we have to do to make sure that things are done right. We stay within the YouTube algorithm, keep everybody happy, keep the YouTube gods happy, and do all that. But yeah, I love the idea of having people on. I've got other people now that I've got in here and done it and tried it and played with it. I've got other people that I would love to just have on here and see what we can do. So I think it's great. I'm not sure if I'll even have back of your knees when you're 55. I tell you what, if you take care of your body, and we did this video just the other day about protecting your health as a plumber. And it's not just protecting your health, but do take care of yourself, exercise, eat right, do different things. Take care of your body, take vitamins. But also, when you need help lifting stuff, get somebody there to help you. Don't try to go overboard and crazy and stuff like that. The other big thing, though, is just don't put yourself in a compromising situation, and understand when you do need help and what you can do to help make that better. Big John says, I want to move my toilet to the other side of the bathroom. Do I have to run another vent pipe through the roof, or kind of just tap into the existing PVC vent pipe? Big John, you can probably just tap into it. You'll have to jackhammer up the floor or climb under the prim beam, whichever it is. Get the new drain line over there. But you can probably just run your vent back over in the attic and tie it over, so that shouldn't be any problem. Presentation is huge. Fubar, man, you are all over it. That is so true. Fern, in order to get the second channel, let me see if I can do it from here. See if it'll let me. So I got to go in and search. I got to do it this way here. And do this. So I think I've got it there. So if I come back in here. Okay, so I put a link in there right there. That is a link to the other channel. It's called the Trade Talks. And I thought I had a copy of it here a while ago. We've done a magazine. We've got an online magazine. This is where I reach out to plumbers, roofers, electricians, HVAC technicians, all kinds of tradespeople all across the United States, and ask them to write articles, ask them to come and do a podcast with me. Bless you, bless you. Ask them to do all kinds of different things. Don't know if y'all heard Julie sneeze. I was just blessing her. Yeah, and this is a problem we have here. Trying to be Superman all the time is tough. So there's the link to the other channel. And guys, look, there's no videos on it yet now. We've actually recorded the first one. We've actually got a couple of them recorded, but I'm trying to get it all built up. I want to release it and do it really like a series. So there's things that we're working on, but man, I love that. There we go. Man, got links to it all over the place. Fantastic. Joshua Smith, how are you doing? And here's a good one. What is your favorite pipe dope? I use T+2 most of the time, but I really do like the Blue Monster. So there's all kinds of cool things. Steve Arola, just subscribe to the Trade Talks. I love that. Yeah, and that's my thing. If y'all are not, subscribe to this channel, please do. If you hadn't subscribed to the Trade Talks, go over there and do, because we're going to do some different things over there. We will also be live streaming from there once we reach 1,000 subs. There's certain things on YouTube you have to do to get things done right, but I'm definitely looking at doing everything great over there. Juan Portilla says, should I go into HVAC to learn plumbing for college? And here's the thing. Plumbing and HVAC are very similar, but they're not exactly the same. The neat thing about it is that I think that HVAC, because look, I'm a certified HVAC technician. I had to go to school for it. But the funny thing is that it's more electrical than anything else. I had to learn a lot of electrical in order to, in order to learn HVAC, because it's mainly electrical currents. That's probably 90% of HVAC. So anyway, lots of different ways to look at it. Joshua Sabater says, what is your favorite toilet company? Yeah, I've really got three that I like. I like Kohler, American Standard, and Toto. Not in any particular order. I love all three of them. I think Kohler has made an amazing bidet toilet that, man, I'm wanting to get one in and try it. I think it is phenomenal. And the opportunities with each one of them are different because they all do things different. Vosi Day says, should I go to tech school to learn? There's nothing wrong with tech school. There's nothing wrong with PHCC. There's nothing wrong with the union. Just, take my free mini course, find out what type of plumber you want to be, then help figure out what kind of education you want. Trade Talks has no video. It says that's true. That is true. We don't, like I was saying a while ago, we don't have the videos up, but it is coming. Smitty McSmite says, what's your favorite brand water heaters? We install probably more Bradford White than anything. But man, look, Bradford White, A.O. Smith, guys, there's a lot of great products out there. It's really hard to say what their favorite is or what the best is, because I think everybody does things different. What is your best, tub wrench or basin wrench? Basket wrench? Man, they make different kinds for different reasons. I've got three that I carry with me. None of them are my favorite. Each one does a different thing and makes things happen. What do you think about Aerotherm and heat pump water heaters? I think they're phenomenal. What's cool about them is, look, I'm a lead AP. I'm a green plumber, so I completely understand that. And I think anything that you can do to help save money, use more eco-friendly devices, reduce your carbon footprint, build greener, it's always going to be good. There you go, Bradford White. My bathtub is clogged and I can't snake it because there's a little plunger stuck in my overflow. The rod is broken. How do I get it out? What you can do is you can take like a clothes hanger, put a hook on it, stick that down in the overflow until you can grab that plunger and pull it out. That would probably be my first bet. If you've got one of those little small rigid hand top sink snakes, it may go down through it because that plunger is kind of open in the middle. It's just got a bar. If it can go around and unclog it, that may help you too. And yes, ProPress definitely requires special fittings. Matter of fact, we made a video yesterday. It will be up Wednesday. Nibco and their press system. I love the Nibco press system. But we made a video about their stuff, not just the fittings, but the tools that they've got. I'll tell you what, man, Nibco's phenomenal. Yeah, Duty says, or go under. You may be able to pull the tub drain out and go through there. It may turn down and get it white for you. Bradford White water heaters are the best. If you go with or have a rain Well, sorry for you. You know, look, I love Bradford White. I think it's great. A lot of good things about it. A lot of good things that make it work. So we are going to actually cut it a little short today, guys. I got in at 3:00. I wanted to jump in here, and I have not got to look over at the HT system pipes yet. I'll do that after I get off. I don't want to sit here on this and just kind of go through through another channel, but definitely be interested in seeing. And let me see something. I want to see if I can bring in another page or something. And I thought that there was a way to bring in another page. Maybe if I do it that way. Yeah, I can do that later. Okay, so I can do a screen share. So once I get multiple monitors, I can do a screen share and I can bring up stuff like that. So Black Ghost Forecaster, that'll actually be really good. What got me into the plumbing plate? I'm gonna go through and do through Q&As and then get ready to get out of here. Man, I was working one night with a friend of mine, and he actually was telling me about his father and his 3 brothers that were all plumbers. Got into it, loved it, and man, I've had fun with it. It's been a great business for me. Not sure who makes Home Depot water heaters. Alliance brand I've seen, I've installed, or I have not installed. I've seen them. I've never installed them. And you know what? I love Kohler. I think Kohler actually has some really good products. Juan Portilla, thank you very much. James Brown said made in China. Seen so many problems with Kohler. You know what? I've seen problems with a lot of other products too. I've never had any problems with Kohler. So, man, I can't say anything at all bad about them. Oh, Nipco press. There we go. Nipco press fittings are the same up to 2-inch over 2-inch. Your rigid press jaws are not compatible. You know, somebody sent me something today about a new system too that does like a triple press. Very interested in that. Yeah. Sean is headed to an emergency call. Water everywhere. Time to be a hero. Amen, brother. Spinning McShane says all Home Depot brands are made by Rheem. So you got bored with Q&A. No, I really didn't. I'm just, those of y'all that don't know, I'm supposed to be wearing a brace on my right arm. I detached my right bicep, and it's starting to get sore because I'm operating the mouse and keypad and stuff like that. So I'm not bored with it. My arm's getting sore. So I think I should probably shut down before I pull anything too much. Rapunzel 1212 is so correct. You will be the hero, Sean. Have not used cold shot, so I'm not sure what that is. Duty says leave them with a smile. And you know what? Back in black, I hate to see that. We were actually supposed to be in Houston this week. Julie and I were actually going to head out of Austin, or head out tomorrow, go to Austin and go to Houston. We've got 2 businesses called Master Networks. You can check out. We've got another YouTube channel, How to Network. Those of y'all that want to learn how to network to grow your business. But those of you that want to learn just how to network, it's another YouTube channel that we've got where we teach people how to grow their business by networking. And it's been really good. Yeah, we don't want to have another surgery because I ripped something else. The thing is, number one, I love the Q&A. I love getting in here and talking to people. I love finding out. And that's why I asked earlier, Chantel Dorgan says you're moving to Frisco next year. Love Texas and love the South. We do too. Frisco's actually in our service area. Not sure if you're a plumber wanting to get into plumbing or if you're just in here because you caught us. Either way, welcome. Be nice to have new people here in Frisco. The cool thing is, look, I love what I do. And I started this YouTube channel to make videos for my customers, to teach them things that they could do themselves. Then I started realizing that I had people that wanted to get into the trades get in here. I had people that were already in the trades and wanted to get better. I had people that are in the trades and want to open their own plumbing company. And I had people that already own their own company and wanted to learn how to use social media to grow. So we started kind of changing our content a little bit. The neat thing about it is, look, I still love the trades. I still love what I do. Now I've just got an opportunity to get in front of more people and help teach them about it. So we really get to have fun. Chantel says, I've been watching you since I started it up, wanting to get into plumbing, but don't know how to get started. Chantel, number one, watch my videos. I've got videos teaching people how to get started in plumbing. And you know, believe it or not, this is true. Rapunzel, I love this. Roger is worldwide. But we started businesses in Houston and Austin to teach people how to grow their business. And we're involved with Master Networks. It teaches people how to get out and network, but also it gives them opportunities, creating groups and chapters and regions. And I'll tell you what, it's been really, really good for us. Yeah, Bradford White is made in Michigan up in Grand Rapids. I've actually been up there, the iTech program. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Liz has just published a post about what to do when you have busted pipes. Go check out Roger's Instagram. Head over to Instagram and check out, look for _ Roger Wakefield. You'll find me. Also, you can go to Twitter _ Roger Wakefield. I'm over there too. So I know. You know, the funny thing is, it doesn't show me how many likes or unlikes or anything like that I have. I want to see something. It says you're live. I want to jump over here. I'm just checking it out over here just to see what's happening. Got to turn that volume down. So I've got 93 people in here. I've got 96 likes and 2 dislikes. You know, look, there's people that don't like me. It is what it is. Nothing that I can do about it. But I promise you, either way, I'm having fun at it. Kohler versus Moen faucets. You know what? Again, this is another one of those. And Plumber Works, it's a good question. But I mean, to be honest, man, there's so many different brands out there that are doing things right. I think Kohler is phenomenal. I know somebody earlier said they really don't like Kohler. I love Kohler. I've never had a problem with their product. Moen, I like Moen. I like their customer service. I like the fact that, you know, that they guarantee their product for life, which Kohler does too. So there's a lot of different opportunities and things like that out there. The cool thing is, man, the different choices you have makes it wonderful, and that makes it a great thing. Craig says he's the only one with 100% in the USA. State is the only one 100% in the USA. And they're what, in Tennessee, I believe. Oh, look here who showed up late. Saltine Cracker. Good to have you in here. You know what the funny thing is I really don't worry about the ones that don't like me. It doesn't bother me at all. So, guys, I'm going to get ready to jump out of here. I'm going to try to close this out just a little bit different way and then hit the end. But I really do. I appreciate all y'all for being in here today. It was great seeing Sean Strong in here. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you for everything that you've done in here. Let me see if I can make that go away here. So try something different here and then get ready to get out of here. Guys, if you enjoyed this, do me a favor, share it with somebody else, let them know. Hopefully it can help somebody either get into the trades, help them get better, help them own their own company, or help them learn to use social media to do it. But either way, it's something that can work out for them. I do appreciate you all being here today. Like I said, we're all snowed in Dallas. I'm from home. I really need to get off here so I can start getting some ice on my right elbow. Feeling a little bit sore and want to get things taken care of. But thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to all the moderators for being here. And thank you for all coming in, watching, hanging out, and having fun. Anyway, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.